Okay, good morning, team. I hope everyone is okay. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and whatever time you viewing this video from. So today, I want us to have some basic kind of session for Microsoft Office Excel, and I believe it is going to be so beneficial to those who have not done Excel before, those who have not paid much attention to the practical bit of Excel, those who may probably have taken time to do Excel. There is a practical session which you need to pay much attention to. At least in our previous video, I took you through the physical, the theoretical perspective of Excel. So I believe this session, when I mention the word a cell, a formula, a column, at least everyone knows what I'm talking about. It is better you first to watch the previous video for you to easily understand the practical session. For example, now let's have maybe computational marks here. Like we can have names, we have maybe English, you can have maybe mathematics, SST, and the social studies, right? Yeah, as you know, okay, we can say maybe we have Joan, we have Kira, we have Ken, we have James, we have Maureen, we have Charles, we have Roy, we have maybe Shanine, right? So actually, we can even go on say, okay, Joan scored 50% in English, and then 40% in math, and then 80% in SST, as well uh, uh, as maybe a 90 in what? In science, right? So the same applies to these other people. We can say 3 and 20. Then we can say this person scored this 90 and 50. Can say this person performed like this. Now this person performed like this. Then 40 performed with 50. Okay. This person performed the. So what you do, you can navigate, don't click. Yes, when you're working with Excel, it is better you just navigate using arrow keys. Don't click. Yeah. So then this and then this. Yeah, 8, 9, 7, 67. Yeah, 50, 60, 70, 80. Person at the 90, another 90, 80, and 70, right? Yeah, this is maybe uh, uh, is called Alex, right? Now we are like, you know what? We need first of all, like the way we do in Word is the same way we do here. Like I told you in Word, you first highlight something in case you need to change the format. For example, now here when we are selecting, we don't highlight the way we highlight in Word. Here we just click on, if you want to highlight a row, you just click on the number that represents that row. That row. If you want to highlight a column, you just click on that letter which represents that particular column. So it will obviously bring out what you want. So we want to firstly enlarge on the size of our titles by making it maybe 20. Very good. And also we can say, you know what, we are highlighting it, or we can basically remove this, but instead we give it maybe this color red. You get fine. Then we can say, you know what? Um, uh, we need to add. Be careful and look as well as listen carefully. We can say here we can say maybe we can call this total. For example, okay, maybe what we can say is the total uh, for Joan in all subjects. If we want to find the total, we shall say equals. Now we can use a formula or a function to get the what? The summation. So you can say equals sum, not sum the person, but sum the summation equals sum. As you can see, equals sum. We come here and say equals sum, open brackets. Then you see Joanne's first mark is in cell B1, B2. So we can just type either B2 or we click there. That is why you see we just typed B2 and then this cell has been highlighted. Then we can say plus the next one, which is C what? C2, C2 plus the next one, which is D what? D2 plus the last one, which is E what? E2. You get, and close our brackets and press enter. When you press enter, they will give you the total marks that Joan managed to generate in all the four subjects in a period. Then, when we want to apply the same to the rest, now that is when we go and use what I told you, what is called the auto-filling. You just highlight Joanne's what? Joanne's mark like this. Then you go in the bottom right corner of Joanne's mark, that cell, and you see the cursor changes from a cross to a plus symbol. Then click there and drag down and you drop from here. So it is going to do what? Add all the rest is what? The rest is max. That is using the formula. But you can still use a function. You get still find the total. But this time we're using what? We're using the function. And now what we do is you can just say equals, you say sum, then actually for formula, yes, for the formula, what you do is you don't need to, let me see, yeah, you don't need even to specify that. You just come here in the formula bar, then you remove the sum, still it will give you the same, yes. So we apply the same formula across, you get. So you don't specify what you want to do, so long as you're going to add them in the what? You say equals, open brackets, B2 plus C2 plus D2 plus E2. That is the what? Formula. Then here on the function, you shall say equals, now open brackets, then you just specify the range. I want to find the summation between or from cell B2, then 2 from B2 to, then the last one, Joanne's last mark is in the cell what? E2. So you say E2 and close your brackets and press enter. So you see that it gives you the same one, the same answer here. Only that now here we use the what? We use the formula, and here we're using what? A function, but they are the what? They are the same. Yeah, for example, now what if we need to add another column between names and English, maybe for age, you get. Yeah, so what we shall do is you just come here, right click, and place inside. So it will add this again. Sorry for some noise. Yeah, we have some interruptions, but we can proceed. let's just assume maybe this is age. Joan is maybe uh, 20. Don't consider much about the age. What you need to do is to know how to, because now we cannot have someone of 20 being in zero, blah blah blah, but just consider 20 as in the figure, not the person, because we may have even Joan in our class, and Joan is not that age, but just ignore that and just consider the content of the lecture. Then this person is maybe this, and this one have another one of this age, 18, then 12, as well as 15. Yeah, yeah, something like that. The same if I want to add a row between James and what and Kenny. Yes, still I will just highlight this by clicking on file, then right click and go to insert. So it will bring for me this one where I can add what I want to do, what I want to add. Maybe more of 30 years, scored in 12 in English, 12 in math, 30 in that, and then 25 in that. So we shall just apply the same formula here by auto-filling again. So basically then we have what we call I told you we have what we call okay sorting. Yeah. So now we want to sort in ascending order based on age, meaning that we want to arrange people from the youngest to the oldest. So meaning that we shall just come here and do what? And do what? We shall come there and highlight that, or what we can do, just come here and say equals, then you say mean, that one we want. You come to data, you come to data and then data, you come here and data, then you look for this sort. Yes, click on so you see there is A to Z and there is Z to A. When you just click on A to Z, obviously it is ascending, and now you see it is asking us, you can actually do this, but it is asking you, do you want to expand the selection or you want to continue with the current selection? But now you see, the moment you say expanded the selection, yes, now Joan's age is going to move with the Joan in whatever position is now going to come in terms of age. And even her marks in English, everything is going to go with her. But the moment you say continue with the current selection, it will only change this column for age, but leave the rest intact, meaning that now you realize that now if the youngest person who is Shamim in this case is going to appear here, but now the rest, like even now, Shamim's age is going to come here, but now it will be given to John because John is the first row, and even the other figures, like the marks are not going to change. Yes. So it is always better that you do what? You expand the selection, and then you click on sort. Because now you see Joan is 20. We have Joan of 20. Then we have Shamim of what? Of 12. Maureen of 30. So when you say sort, so you realize that yes, We have J1 of 20. Okay. We can sort by, yes, values. Then we can add, we first do this, A to Z. We can even decide to give it somewhat, some, let us use what? Oh, let us first highlight actually what we want to sort or arrange. We can highlight, can sort by age. Yeah, sort by age. Smallest to the largest, meaning the youngest to the what? The oldest. So when we say, okay, so you realize that yes, now the youngest person is the one in the first position, followed by the one following. In terms of age, you get to the what? The last one you get, but people have moved with their what? With their marks. Because you remember Joan, you can see Joan. Or Joan moved up to what? That position, and of course, with everything, yeah, remain intact. So that is basically sorting. Then I can show you that you can even decide to arrange in terms of performance that you want the best person in maybe in terms of total to be on top. You get. So what you do is you can highlight, can be sort, then here under column you select total. You get total. Then you say from largest to smallest because you want the best performance to be on top, then after what was the performance, then you say okay. So you see that the person with the highest total is being ranked, on top. Then after the worst performer down there, you get. So basically that is ascending, you get. Then when it comes to this is what I was telling about auto filling. For example, in a case maybe this is we add a column here, we add a column, go to insert, and then add maybe numbers. And we said this one is number 1, this is number 2, number 3, like that. You get. So what you do is you can just first highlight this area. Then you come here and even if you have like maybe 1,000 people on the sheet, so it will automatically make auto increment of the rest you get automatically. They will do what? They will obviously appear. You get, yeah, adding one by one. Sorry, like the machine I'm using is just slow. That is why you see sometimes it takes time to do what? To load. Yeah, but everything has been done what? Has been added as intended. Yeah. Then we have what we call, like now we may decide to use a heading as what? Maybe Uganda Matters University. So what we do is we come here, we highlight one, and because we want now to put the heading on top, click on insert, then you come here and you say maybe Uganda Matters University, enter. But now you see that university, Uganda Matters University is occupying space of more than one column. You get all. Now what you do is you do what we call the merging of cells. Yeah, for titles, we can merge and center this. So we highlight what we want and the area we want to our heading to occupy, and then we come here. Make sure you're under home or file regard the, I mean, depending on which version of Excel you're using, then you come here under merge and center. So you realize that now all of the columns have been merged into one now, like there is no crossing of lines. Then we just give this some heading as well as increasing the size to something like maybe 36, or we can increase this to 50. Yeah, the Grammar University, or 28 actually. Yeah, something like that. You get. So that is merging and centering. But members, try to understand, because I am trying my level best to ensure that I explain this in a very simplified manner for everyone to do what, for everyone to understand. Just make sure that everything is clear. What you don't understand, you have to ask again. So it will help me to understand and also help you to understand everything well.